Hello, friends and fellow farmers. Oh, right. I played a little bit more here, as you may have noticed. So what I basically did is I just ran ahead and I did a bunch of stuff because I thought, you know what? This is going to take forever. So we're on year 78 now. I just let this thing run. And what I wanted to get to was a place where oh, that's a perfect amount. 4,000, 4,000. We'll trade. And this person is dismissed. Oh, what do we got? We're a farmer and a trader. There we go. I got to the point where we had finally, the chickens were the last thing I was waiting for on trading here. So I thought I'd wait till I start things up again. And we got chickens. We got some chickens. And I don't think we have enough herdsmen. We do not. Okay. So we can see here I've got 2,200 wood that are chopped up. I'm going to just get a, you know what I'm going to do? Let's slow things down a little bit here. Let's go down to 5 times speed. I've been playing at 10 times speed for quite a while. And let's get a third person work in the pastures. There we go. Excellent. So we've got ourselves some sheepies here. We got 15 sheepies. After that, they become sheepy dinner. We got 19 cows. Uh-oh. One of them's not going to be very happy in a couple of minutes. And we set a food limit of 21,000 because we're basically right up against it constantly. Citizen-wise, we're, what is that, like 62 people? We just had a bunch die. I think a bunch got old at the same time because I just had to do another graveyard. We got 3 graves left there. 1 grave, so we have 4 graves left. Seems like eventually they just rot out as well. And I'm waiting for a builder. I don't have one of those. Now, I think we're out of wheat, so let's get somebody making some, oh, not berry, cherry ale. And we've got the tailor, he's made, or she, whoever the tailor currently is made 400 and some odd things. So you know what? Let's let the tailor take a break, and they can go build. There you go. Go do some building. And I noticed here, I was looking at my workers. Where is it? I was trying to find out, like, why I didn't have any kids in school. I had, like, 10 infants, and then no one in school. And I was like, why is no one at school? And I think it's because, let's see here. No, those are children. Okay. At the grand age of 11, it seems like you cease to be a child, because the person that was my brewmaster was an 11-year-old girl. Which I thought was fantastic. I don't know where she went. She probably died from the plagues. Oh well. That's how it goes. Life is short here. See, I wouldn't be surprised to see this child of 2 as a minor. It was spelled with an E. Yeah, they, let's see. No, they're a child. I was curious, though. I was like, why do I not have any kids that got all of these infants and then nothing in between? There was no students for a while. And it's like, oh. See, that 10-year-old is a student. I think they kicked them out at 11. I think is what happens. So at any rate, that was the big thing. I'm trying to think of what I obviously did quite a bit. So let's take a look here. Let's get in on the clouds. You can see we have a lot of storage barns at the moment. I just tucked them all on the side here. It's a bit much. I took up half the screen with just the interface. It's like you just stop playing with the actual animation and you just use the numbers, I think, at a certain point with these games. Okay, so that builder is done, right? Yeah. Oh, we already filled it with a grave. Good job. Good job, whoever died there. Good job. So we got 3 to 6 herdsmen, 13 or 14 farmers. That's not bad. We could definitely we could use some people, though. We don't have a tailor. And we don't have a cleric. Uh-oh. Okay, well, we're going to have to take one of the people, I think, out of the mines and send them to clerical school. You are now a priest. Enjoy that lifestyle I've just committed you to. I'm so sorry. And as for trading, I think that was... Ooh, I definitely figured it out eventually. I mean, here's what we want to have in the trading post from our inventory. Here's the amount we actually have, our trades that we do. But it was amount, you get the same people coming regularly. And so what you do is you can look at what they have the access to, and you can put it in an order by clicking on that. And that's how I got all the animals and seeds. It took some patience. and was able to kind of chisel away at that. It took a little while. So you can see we have some wheat over here. This is driving our ale industry. Some peppers again. We got stockpiles everywhere. Cabbage. Those cabbages are huge. I mean, it's a person-sized cabbage. I'm a little afraid. If you find an insect in there, probably this is where all my murders are coming from. They're coming from the insects living in my cabbages. It's pretty bananas. And we had to expand up here a little bit more. That mine is now going to the center of the earth. There's just one person. What a lonely job. What a sad and lonely job. So we got apples, cherries, peaches, and what else do we have there? Pecans. Pecan farm. And we had another... I had to move the herbalist at some point because they were producing nothing. And I was like, what? Why are they producing nothing? Even last year, 30 is not a ton. And I was down to like no medicine. And I moved the herbalist hut. I moved one over to the side here, and moved that one up there. Current season, seen none so far. Do I? Oh, I probably only have one. There we go. One herbalist is one of two. There's someone working here. They're just not working very actively. I don't know. But we're in, I'd say, pretty good shape. There was nothing that we were kind of really... super waiting on. Wheat, yeah, we have 200 wheat. Okay, so we can, sure, we'll get some wheat ale going. They have to swap out the juice in the casks. We pretty much stripped the whole map, though, of stone, things like that. Had the laborers do that. We've taken in a lot of nomads. We had an outbreak of dysentery or something at one point. And that's the only time we've had to use the hospital. I swear, it's just once. And we had natural disasters turned off, which, I don't know that it would make that much of a difference. I'm supposing it could have really hooped us early on. At this point, I'm not so sure. So we've got the spare laborer here. So what do we want them doing? We're good on wood at the moment. The tailor, we don't really need. Now that I'm not really trading, and this is kind of where I'm getting at, is where I kind of hit a bit of a, I feel like a somewhat of an end game. I mean, I could rock this, to 100 people, or I was going to go to year 100 and see what that looked like. But at a certain point, we've built everything. We've kind of optimized our group of people here fairly well, I would say. And then, you can see how much you're producing and using and what you're, there's some stuff that we're not quite keeping up with. Even at this point, I feel like we could be doing a little bit better on some things, but all told, not too shabby. We're doing pretty well. We don't have as many hunters going as we used to. But again, we're pretty much hitting our food caps, like, constantly. There's no fear of starvation. I mean, even if you got rid of half the people here, that's not a big fear. So we got 11 of 42 chickens possible here. I gotta get right in here to see them. Are they all in like this? Oh, there they are. They match right in with the grass. You can't even see the chickens. Poor chickens. These hens. Yeah, life is... Oh, wow. What are you doing with the tool? Are you... Oh, they're hoeing the grass, I guess, to get the good, get the grubs and stuff up, or the... Wait, look at this. This one is just like fence. What fence? I'm just gonna ignore you and your fences. I do not respect the laws of man, for I am hen. Okay, hen, you be a rebel. I like over here you get the, like the herbalists. Now we can see it from a different angle. They got some big mushrooms growing and some sunflowers. Also noticed over on, which one was it? When I bought animals over at the market here. Yeah, there's the market worker. This filled up here. So I had sheep I bought, and it filled up the pen. And I thought, that's fantastic. What a lovely detail. So I had a sheep down here trying to avoid drowning on my waterfront lot for a while. But that was quite nice. Fishing dock. Are we... Oh, yeah, we're hitting our food ceiling. Okay. Well, let's bump our food ceiling up a bit, I guess. Now, this is where we hit kind of an interesting wall, because this is ultimately... Oh, I see. We used to have another market worker. Let's put another market worker in there. you know, it's interesting because these resources, like it's a game about developing stuff, but at the same time, you should be selling it and filling up some town coffers or something, but there isn't anything like that. So it is interesting, this kind of capitalist society where everyone's bartering between goods. Goods have value, but not against anything else other than each other. So you can trade, but you're not just selling them on the open market, which is interesting. That adds a weird flair, I feel like, to the whole thing, because you kind of run out of purpose at a certain point, other than stockpiling an insane amount of stuff. I mean, look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 storage barns that are essentially full. I mean, we'll take nothing to fill these up now. And a market that's 80% full, and then our trading post, which we could add more to. It's only 20% full. But we were buying so much stuff that there was no purpose anymore. So I guess you could get on some crazy production train where you're just trying to hit some, like, make the graph look awesome, I guess. So if we just look at it's hard because you're like, what do I want to look at? We look at our alcohol production. Over 50 years, it's been pretty good. We crashed out there for a little while. Not sure when that was. Stone production's been through the roof. Citizens, we had a bad year there. Remember the early days? But it's all been good. They weren't clothed. We had a pile of naked people running around crying for woolen things. And now they're all good. And why do they not have educations at this point? I don't even know. Because for a time the teacher was gone. I don't know. The teacher had died. So what do they got to trade? So we can see what they have here. And we can kind of go, like, do I need any of this stuff? And the answer is no. I don't need any of this stuff. So it kind of now becomes a bit of a pointless endeavor because I'm not selling it for capital. I'm selling it for more stuff. I don't need more stuff. So I'll just dismiss them, I guess. You can go away. Thank you for your service. In fact, we should just get rid of the worker there because we do not require them. I've been toggling on builders when we can. Outside of that, though, it's been pretty quiet. Let's see here, Taylor. I guess we'll get a woodcutter going again. Why not? Where's my woodcutter? There we go. And that's about it. Now, things that I feel like would have been kind of... at a certain point, you were kind of like... It would have been nice to be able to organize your storage a little bit more, or to designate goods to certain things. There's another game I'd like to do, Foundation. It's a similar vibe, but a little bit different and a little bit more granular. And I think, if I recall correctly... you can designate what you can put in the storage barns and things like that. And that's a nice detail. I like this visual layout because it's not too chaotic. It's pretty straightforward. The ants are doing their thing. You can go in and look at the ants. But by and large, when you start, when you get past a certain number of years, these games stop being a game and they become a spreadsheet. And when you want to just control spreadsheets, this is quite a nice layout, these old school text boxes here. It feels like you're using a piece of software from quite a while ago, but it works. It's clean, it's simple, it's not causing you any it's not grabbing for your attention or not clogging up the space. Would be nice to be able to I think I could resize these. I think there was an option, I just didn't. And outside of being able to organize your inventory a bit better, I think having a bigger end game condition, I have no idea if there is any end game condition to this game whatsoever. I really don't know, which I find kind of funny because you're just like, what do we do? What do we go for? Let's make apple cider, I guess, until we get more wheat. That wheat's got a ways. It's going to be fall before that comes up. So I feel good about where we got to, even despite not having any major disasters. It's just been a little bit of poking and prodding. There's probably a good chunk of time where you don't quite have enough citizens, and so you spend a lot of your time essentially just juggling humans. You're a miner. No, you're a trader. No, you're a woodcutter. No, you're a fisher. You're gonna go fishing. Oh wait, we need you to get herbs. You're getting herbs this week. So there must have been some deep confusion, and that's another thing I think a Foundation did is it's granular control on the people. You can see, I think, if I recall correctly, I might be wrong on this, but I think you can see what people are good at, and they kind of level up on those professions, and so there becomes a bit more purpose to assigning people to different activities. Some people are just going to be more proficient than others because of that learned experience. So we do have people here with experience, and they've got a little. I presume we can create our little backstories for Enning and Koratha, but we don't really know what they're really passionate about. What are they good at? Lakena, whose lesson is not even a year old, is gonna have to get out there and do some stuff, and they don't know what yet. And our storage for finished goods is almost full. My gosh. See, we need these 7 kids to get out of school. 9 kids are in school now. Get out of school, kids. We'll just assign you to go work at the market and stuff, and then build things. But I mean, yeah, we toggle between our iron ore and our coal back and forth, just getting one after the other to kind of keep the levels high, and then just set really high limits on things like tools and stuff. Because I thought I would have to do a lot more trading to get all of our hens and stuff, for instance. So yeah, let's say that. I don't think there's much else to do in this world. I think it's kind of done. It's done what needs doing. Yeah, you need storage space. Oh well. Why don't you eat some stuff? You look hungry. Fill the market. In fact, that's what you should do. Here, have another worker at the market. There's like 5 people at the market. Really? Like, does that one person? Do they become like? Are they going to take goods from the other stuff and fill the marketplace up, or? I'm not fully sure how some of these things work. Like, if I, have 12 people working here, what's the purpose of that? The number of citizens working at this location, click to select and cycle through the workers. Yeah, but like, what is having 12 do over 5? I have no idea. Does it mean that they churn through my inventory faster? To what end? I don't even know. And do we have wheat at any of the locations? See, I can't even easily tell now. I can see I've got some here. I don't know. Did you have wheat? No, you had wool. Did you have wheat? No. And see, now I've bunged it all up. I've made a big mess of all of my... there we go. You can't look too closely at it. It just goes all wibbly wobbly on you. But at any rate, hope you all enjoyed this little playthrough here. It's a fun game. But it's a different kind of, it's not quite a clicker, because you can't totally leave it unattended, or you will just find everyone is dead. And you're trying to, meet these little objectives, so you're kind of half paying attention. But there's enough kind of tiny management. You really are doing your miniature project management here, trying to keep all of these things going, keeping all the plates spinning. There is a lot that's going on, and I enjoy that in a game. I imagine most of anybody who made it through this series, enjoys that as well. Now, if there's any recommendations of other games of this sort that you would want to tip me off to, let me know in the comments. Or if there's any questions you had or suggestions you had as you watched through here and you can see my incompetence in certain areas, let me know. I think we've gotten better as the game's gone on, but certainly there is always more stuff that you could be, kind of optimizing or getting better at. I definitely think in the early game I could have done better. Definitely could have done it with disasters on. Again, I don't know if that would have made my experience any better. I think just having maybe a better end game objective would have been more useful to me, but I really just wanted to play for a really long time and see how it went. I think we've done that. At any rate, we will see you all next time. Till then, bye-bye.